Blue Origin has carried out another successful test flight of its new rocket system designed to carry tourists into space. The company's latest suborbital test flight from their West Texas launch pad reached an altitude of over 106 kilometers, some 346,406 feet. That's well above the 100-kilometer high Kármán line, which marks the internationally recognized official start of space.
We're getting ready for New Shepard's 11th mission to space, known by Team Blue as NS-11. The clock is at 19 minutes and 50 seconds until liftoff here, ticking down to what should be another exciting launch. Now, the rocket that's out there on the pad, she's getting ready for her 5th launch to space and back. That, guys, is a reusable rocket. That rocket has 38 payloads on board. That is a record for us on New Shepard. Why don't we get into the profile of today's test? Capsule is going to continue up over 100 kilometers. That's when you're going to get the 3 to 4 minutes of zero-G freedom, taking in those beautiful views. And then the capsule, of course, will come down under the parachutes and retrothrust system that will create the air cushion just in the last milliseconds. The booster itself, of course, will continue up to its own apogee and come in for a nice soft landing just 2 miles north of where it's taken off from. Now, that capsule will continue to be used for payloads. The newest capsule that's going to be flying humans later this year, it's in the barn, not too far away from me. And because it's such a special capsule to us, we actually decided to name the newest capsule that's just in the barn the RSS First Step. RSS, reusable spaceship, of course, right? And First Step because it is our first capsule that is going to be taking people. It's going to enable our vision of millions of people living and working in space. So cool, right? All right, the bridge is retracting. Guys, we're about to launch a rocket. Let's turn it over and listen in on pad audio as New Shepard comes alive for space. New Shepard at this point completely autonomous, starting at T-minus 2 minutes. Man, I have said this before, but there's nothing like a ticking clock and a rocket behind you to get your heart going. Guys, it's time to go to space. Let's get ready to rumble, New Shepard. Next milestone here, MECO, main engine cutoff. The engine's going to cut off, but it's going to continue its ascent to space, both the booster and the capsule together. Main engine cutoff is confirmed. The separation is confirmed. Still accelerating up. We passed the Kármán line, the internationally recognized line of space. That's at about 330,000 feet. And we've hit apogee. You see now that the speed went to 0. It's now speeding up again as the craft are coming home. Unofficial altitude, 344,000 feet or so. All right, right about now, the rocket itself is going to hit what we call atmospheric pierce point. It's coming back from space into the atmosphere. It means it has air pressure for some of those aerodynamic surfaces to push against so it can maneuver itself. First of the subsystems to support the stability of the rocket, the wedge fins, we have confirmation that they have been deployed. All right, at about 12,000 feet, there that goes. Drag brakes, as the speed of the rocket dramatically is reduced, and we're going to wait for the BE-3 engine to relight and bring her down for a nice soft landing. Ooh, we felt the sonic boom here down in Texas. Look at that beautiful hover. And touchdown. Amazing, beautiful. Look at those wedge fins retracting. And there go the drag brakes as well. Her work is done. 5th flight to space and back for that rocket. Just incredible. Congratulations to the Blue Origin team on that. Just another beautiful flight to space and back. All right, well, show is not over. All eyes are on the capsule now with those 38 payloads. There go the drogue chutes, and there are the mains. A bit of coning, but that is all right. Reefed and now full inflation of the parachutes. Picture perfect. I can see the capsule from here just off in the distance. Nice and stable descent. A nice stable descent. See, it's 15 miles an hour. Last milliseconds, we're going to get the retrothrust system that's going to fire. It's going to kick up the dust, but that's a nice air cushion for the payloads. I see our team has already left our center here. It's going off to recover the capsule, and there it is. Touchdown. A beautiful, beautiful launch and landing of the booster and the capsule today. Incredible.
The flight, which reached a maximum speed of 3,500 kilometers per hour, was the 11th test flight in the company's program, which should see it carry its first people into space by the end of this year. But the Jeff Bezos-owned company is yet to sell tickets or even set prices for prospective space tourists. Once passenger flights begin, capsules carrying up to 6 people at a time will undertake the ballistic straight up and straight down again 11-minute flights, providing spectacular views of planet Earth from space through giant panoramic windows and the experience of several minutes of weightlessness before returning to the surface for a parachute landing. As with previous test flights, numerous scientific payloads were installed in the reusable capsule for the flight. The 28 research payloads in the mission included 9 for NASA as part of their Flight Opportunities program, including a new 3D printing experiment and a payload testing how space dust behaves in microgravity. Numerous experiments by school children were also flown on the journey. Blue Origin's main competitor in the space tourism market for now is Virgin Galactic, but the Richard Branson-backed company is still well behind the 8-ball, following a fatal mid-air breakup during a test flight in 2014. And the company's rocket-powered winged spaceplane is yet to achieve an altitude of 90 kilometers, still well below the Kármán line. However, they have already worked out a price for each ticket, a juicy $250,000 US.